Record first. Yes. Yes, like I said, guys, before, hopefully, I said, remember, if you see the word sales, if you sell sales like this, it means you sold inventory. So because I'm using periodic system, it means I can only show the sales and how did I sell. Remember, if here I sold for cash, remember this is on credit. So if I sold for cash, I would still have sales, but instead of saying debtors, I'm going to say bank. Can you see now? So it won't change, it will only change this. The reason why I said debtors control is because we sold on credit. But next time, it can happen that we sold for cash. It means instead of saying debtors, I'm going to have bank, but I'm still going to have what? Sales. It's like on the 19th. Can you see on the 19th, the two accounts under periodic will be sales and bank. Together, guys, can you say yes so that I can know that you're back? You are back. Maybe I'm talking to myself. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yes. Now, thank you. Dr. Dre, you are having a question. What do you mean? Just elaborate. I can see question mark. Yes, I'm talking about the periodic. I'm saying this is periodic. It ended here. It's like how I recorded here. Can you see now? That is finished. I'm going to show you the perpetual now. But I was saying under periodic, let's say for example, this was on the 19th. Can you see on the 19th we sold, but we sold for cash. The two accounts will be sales and bank under periodic. Okay, that is what I meant. Okay, so now what about perpetual? I'm going to show you perpetual for the same one, I'm just going to copy this one. Well, let me copy the whole thing. And then I'm going to show you what if we are under perpetual. Let me see, what is perpetual? Remember, if it is perpetual, it won't change anything here, but you are going to have more accounts. Can you see under periodic, we only considered the sales or the selling price. But when it comes to perpetual, you must also consider the cost price. So it means, for example, I can say under periodic here, you only have, for example, the A part. Can you see now? I'm just trying to show you something. So you're going to have the A part. Under perpetual, you are going to have the A part. Can you see? Can you see? It's exactly the same as periodic. But here under perpetual, the perpetual system says, for every sale you record, you must also show the cost of sales. Can you see? But under periodic, the periodic says, if you've got sales, you don't have to show cost of sales for that sale. Can you see now? So, but for now, because I'm showing you the perpetual, I must also have the B part, meaning I'm going to have A and B. Can you see? The B part will represent the cost price, meaning on this cost price, I must be able to come up with the two accounts. Because this is the cost price, so this cost price will give me, the first account will be cost of sales. So cost price means cost of sales. Can you see now? So the reason why I'm saying I'm having cost of sales is because of the cost price. But I need to ask myself a question. When I say cost price, it means this is the cost of something that I bought. What did I buy? I bought inventory because I sold inventory. Can you see now? So it means the other account will be inventory or trading inventory. Or you can call it trading stock. It's up to you. Can you see now? So I'm telling you, as long as you are dealing with perpetual, you will always have 4 accounts like this. Okay, you will always have the first part will be the sales, and the second part will be the cost of sales. And I'm telling you, cost of sales will always go with what? You must know how to pair them. The cost of sales will always go with the trading inventory. Don't mix them. Can you see now? So this is the cost of the trading inventory that I bought. Now I sold it. Can you see now? So how did I sell? I sold on credit. That's why I say debtors. If I sold for cash, I'll say bank. But this one will never change. As long as you sell inventory under perpetual, you are going to have 4 accounts. Please, ladies and gentlemen, can I have a question if you have? Are you good? I'm happy if you're good. I'm happy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Trip. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everyone understands. Okay. Only remember, we can only buy from creditors, no Lazi. So obviously, if I buy on credit, it's then that I'm gonna have creditors. But because I sell, we don't sell to creditors. That's why we said debtors. Are you okay, no Lazi? Perfect, perfect. But don't worry, because you mentioned that Nolwazi, thereafter I'm gonna check the one that where I can find creditors, okay, and analyze it for you. Okay. So now let's go back to the question itself. Now, the same thing must be done. Please tell me, what is the cost of sales and what is the trading inventory? Where do they fall? Please do not skip these steps. They are very much important. I'm gonna do the same thing. So you must tell me, where do cost of sales fall? Where do trading inventory or trading stock fall? I'm going to wait for you. Please try. Cost of sales is on the debit side. I agree with you, Matthew, but just tell me, what is it? Where does it fall? It's an expense. Thank you so much. So the cost of sales will be an expense. And then you said debit side. I agree with you, because expenses increase on the debit side. Guys, you must go and practice those rules. Remember, you don't have to stress much. It's a process. You will. So I think we missed step here. So you're supposed to say increase. They're increasing. Make sure that you write everything there. And then let me see that. And then stock is an asset. Yes, I agree with the stock, but where is it increasing or decreasing, and under which side? I agree with you, Dre. Stock is an asset. Is it increasing or decreasing, under which side? On the credit side. Perfect. I like that. Please make sure that you understand that. So it means I'm going to say it is an asset. Because obviously stock is an asset, and then if you are selling it, it is decreasing. How can you sell stock and you end up increasing your stock? You will be arrested for that. That is fraud. Huh? So you need to make sure that you decrease it on the credit side. But don't worry, guys, it's a process. You will get used to it. No one is perfect. I'm telling you, we learn every day. We learn every day. Okay. And then I'm going to come here. Can you see now? Just easy like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm ready to go and record. Can you see now? So I know that on the debit side, I'm going to put what? Cost of sales. And on the credit side, I'm going to put what? Trading inventory. But I'm going to have how many accounts? 4 accounts. I'm going to have A and B. So I'm going to go there and show you. So I'm going to show you the 21st. But this 21st, I'm going to show you what if it was perpetual. Okay. So that you can see the difference. So this is the perpetual one. Let me just change the color again. Can you see? What if the perpetual? So perpetual will have A, the A part. Okay, and the A part. Okay, let me just write this A here. I'm going to have the A part. And the A part, the first one, I'm going to have the same thing that I had on top there. Can you see? I'm going to have debtors control because it doesn't change the first part. And I'm also going to have sales. Can you see? It doesn't change the same way. Plus 3,000. Plus 3,000. Plus 0. Can you see? It doesn't change. So the only difference is that I'm going to have the B part. Can you see that? I'm going to have the B part. That's the only difference. Okay. Let's put. So I'm going to add. Can you see? Now I'm going to add cost of sales and I'm also going to have trading inventory. Can you see now? And then who can tell me which columns will I affect for cost of sales? Which columns do you think I'm going to affect? Please try. Cost of sales, trading inventory. So I told you this affect this, this affect this. Okay. Let's see this. You said, okay, assets and owners equity. I agree, Dr. Dre. You are correct, Nolwazi. You are both correct. So, but tell me about the signs. Which signs will I put here? Will I put plus or minus? I don't know. Just tell me. Which signs will I put there? Minus. Okay. I guess you say minus for both. So I'm going to go there and say minus 1,500, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. And I'm going to say just like that, guys. Can you see the difference between the two systems? It says that the other one has got more accounts, the other one has got less accounts. Please let me know if you understand this one, guys. Perfect. 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 I like this. And then the only difference is like, okay, let's say you sold for cash. The only thing that will change, everything will stay the same like this, but here, where you see debtors, you're going to see bank. Everything will not change. Only where you see debtors, you will put bank. Everything will stay unchanged if it was sold for cash. Okay, no problem. So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay, let's check. I think, Nolas, you did mention something about creditors. Let me see if I've got anything for. Unfortunately, I don't have something for creditors, but I'm gonna put it here, for example. Can you see here? I'm just gonna add. I'm just gonna add. Let's say on the 11th again, I purchased. I'm just coming up with a transition so that I can show you. I purchased motor vehicle on credit. See, it was on the 11th. Can you see here? I bought for cash, and then here I set on credit. Okay. New notification. Let's see. No problem. Now, I'm gonna analyze. Now, can you see here? We bought motor vehicle on credit. Who can tell me? Just try. Give me the two accounts. because I want you to be actively involved. Remember, in accounting, you try, you become wrong, but next time you won't be wrong, I promise you. So just try that one where I bought vehicle on credit. Give me the 2 accounts that you see. Let's see. Be specific. Be specific. You said assets and vehicle. Okay, let's wait for others. Do you agree with Dream? Be specific. Don't just say assets or liability. So you must be specific for that asset and tell me, because in the exam they can also ask you to classify accounts. So what asset are you talking about? What liability are you talking about? I want you to be very specific first. Of which I do agree with you. I do agree with you with that. Dre, you said assets. Okay, perfect. Yeah, no longer. So I'm gonna write motor vehicle or vehicle. I'm just gonna write the vehicle. And creditors control. You see now, it's because you bought on credit. Please quickly classify for me what is vehicle to us, what is, but I think you gave me already. So I'm gonna say asset, and then this one is gonna be a liability. Please tell me whether the assets are increasing or owner's equity are increasing and under which side. Please try. Please help. Let's see. Increase. Which one is increasing, Dr. Dre? Between assets and the liabilities, tell me, oh, assets are increasing. Okay, I agree with you. I'm going to say increase on the debit side. I agree with you. What about the creditors control? What about the liabilities? What about the liabilities? Increase on the credit side. Perfect. I appreciate this. I appreciate this. I appreciate. You guys are gonna pass. I don't think you guys need me. You understand these things. You act like you don't know them. Be honest with me, guys. You know them. You just pretended. Eh? Am I correct? Did you just pretend, or you just learned with me? Just be honest. I wanna know. Oh, you do need me. Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. I thought maybe you just pretended and say, no, man, we want to see how will you do this. But I'm happy, guys. Thank you so much for that, Shivan, for compliment, Dr. Trinolas, everyone. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much. As long as I can simplify to you guys, you know, the basics are very much important. It's a very good foundation. Okay, so let's go and record. On the 11th again, I'm going to go and record. Can you see? I'm going to go there. Remember, I just came up with this one. Don't be confused and say, Sylvester, where did you get it? I'm going to say on the 11th, and we said we debited vehicles. And then we say creditors control. Who can tell me? I know it's an obvious question, but in accounting, we repeat ourselves. Which columns will I go and affect and how? Will I put minus plus? Just tell me. Let me go back to the. So where do you think, which columns will I go and affect? Just look at our analysis and decide. Assets and owner's equity. Let's wait. Who supports Nolwazi? Nolwazi, can I ask a question? For you to affect owner's equity, I said you must see which groups of accounts. Matthew said assets and liabilities. I agree with Matthew. Remember, Nolwazi, it's okay, Nolwazi. Remember, we're learning here. Ne? Perfect. Thank you so much, Dre. So I'm going to affect plus 50,000. Can I see? But here we don't have. Remember, I can't come to the owner's equity because I don't see the following. Remember, I wrote them on top there. I don't see capital, I don't see drawings, I don't see incomes, I don't see expenses. So I cannot come here. But I do have my liability because when I analyzed, I realized that I do have a liability there. Can you see the importance of analyzing will, it will direct you to go and write the correct thing. Okay. I hope, guys, you got it. I hope that. Guys, remember, for me, it's not all about finishing. It's all about understanding better. Let me choose this one for you. Okay, let me just ask you a question. I'm not going to do it for you, this one. Still on the 11th, we bought motor vehicle for cash. Just give me the 2 accounts only. I want to see if you can do that. Purchased motor vehicle for cash. Give me the 2 accounts, guys. I just want to see if you can. Please try. Perfect. Thank you. No, you should have said vehicles because normally we don't combine vehicles and equipment. So yeah, but I do understand. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay, it's not me. Yeah, so vehicle and bank. Can you see now? Perfect, just like that. So just have to check, and then yeah, it will be okay. So, but I want to do this one. I want to do the 13th. Remember, I said wherever the inventory is involved, you need to check because inventory can either be according to the perpetual or periodic. So now, I want us to start with the periodic. I'm going to show you this one. I want us to start with the periodic part of it. Okay. So what if we were under periodic? So I'm going to show you. So who can give me the accounts involved for this one? What are the accounts involved for the 13th? We bought inventory for cash. So please, someone try. For time being, I'm gonna. Let me see. There's a comment there. Bank and inventory. Okay, Dr. Dre. Yes. Let's wait for others. Please try. Matthew, try. Nolas, try, please. Who else is here? Let me see. Maybe I'm just talking about. I don't check. Okay. I hope it's not the network. I think you just don't know whether it's okay. Dr. Dre, bank and inventory. I agree with you. Only if we were under what? Perpetual. Under perpetual, you are correct. You're going to have bank and inventory. You are correct under perpetual. Okay. I'm going to explain. Let me see. There's a message there. Perfect, Matthew. You are correct. So under periodic, you are going to have bank and purchases. Remember, under periodic we call let me just change the color here. Under periodic we call inventory purchases. Okay, remember inventory is the same as stock. You can even call it stock here. So I want you to be careful. So you must check the system so that you cannot lose marks. Okay. So remember, under periodic we call inventory purchases. This is the difference between the two systems. Okay. Now let's analyze here. Obviously, we know what is bank. Please tell me. Let's start with the periodic. How can I classify this? Bank falls under what, and purchases fall under what? Let's try, guys. I know it's Friday. Energy sometimes is a challenge. Let's see. Bank is an asset. I agree. Okay, for now I'm gonna write bank. Please think about the others because bank is an asset. I'm gonna write asset here because also here for the bank I'm gonna write an asset because it won't change. So what about the purchases and inventory? Let's see. Purchases are expenses. You are on fire. Yes, you are correct. Purchases are expenses. And what about the inventory? Let me see. You said, okay. Assets, inventory is an asset. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you so much, guys. Let's see, it's an asset. So tell me under which whether increasing or decreasing. I know it's boring now, but guys, it will help you. I'm telling you. Tell which one is increasing, which one is just choose whatever you want. You see? Tell me this one is increasing under this side, this one is decreasing under this side. So let's start with the periodic one. Bank is bank increasing or decreasing? Bank is decreasing. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Bank is decreasing because obviously you are uh, taking money from the bank because you are buying something. And then what about the purchases or inventory? Let's see. Purchases or inventory. Perfect. I agree. I agree with you. Thank you so much. Increase. Please also tell me under which sides. What about the inventory? Inventory increase on the debit side. Thank you so much. What about the purchases? Let's see. Under which sides do purchases increase? Remember, purchases are expenses. They increase under which side? Debit side. Okay. And then here, bank is decreasing on the trade side. Please, if it doesn't make sense, let me know. So look at it, and if it doesn't make sense, guys, let me know. Can you see? But remember, it's better for you to deal with one system at a time. Periodic, and thereafter perpetual. Can you see? So when I go there, I'm gonna show you the date. Date. Let me go back. The date was the 13th. I'm gonna show you the periodic first. On the 13th, I'm gonna show you the periodic. So the periodic, remember you're not selling, don't worry about having 4 accounts or 2 accounts. No, we only have 4 accounts when we sell, okay? So here, I'm just going to have under periodic, firstly, I'm gonna have bank. Please, for time being, think about which columns will I affect, okay? And I'm gonna have purchases. Remember, that was the periodic. So tell me which columns will I affect and how, okay? With this perpetual. So we said bank. No. I think we made a mistake. I made a mistake here. Let me see. I've swapped them around. Let's see. You said yes. Perfect. Thank you so much for that. We must have purchases. Thank you for that. That's why I believe in teamwork. No, teamwork. We help each other. And we know that if we help each other, the haters, where they are. I'm telling you. So can you see what I do in life? If I do something and I think about the hater, I perform like nobody's business. Because I want to impress I want to impress the hater, I'm just saying. I like that. Yes. Let's see. Let me just write this first. I'm gonna go and check the messages. I'm gonna have inventory, or you can call it trading inventory. It's up to you. You're still correct. And then I'm still going to have bank. Let me go and check the messages. You said assets only for periodic. Dr. Dre, I think if you say for perpetual, I will agree. Assets only. Okay, let's go and check. Can you see inventory is an asset? Bank is an asset. So yes, you're going to affect assets only here. So I'm going to have 0 here, and I'm going to have 0 here. Because there's no liability, there's nothing that affects owner's equity. But let's start with the periodic. Who can tell me how will I affect this? Which columns will I affect and how? Let's start with the periodic one. Just ask yourself, what is purchases first and what is a bank? They will direct you where to go. Decrease both. Thank you so much. Perfect, perfect. I like this. So I'm going to decrease. How much was that amount? Let's see. The amount was 30,000. Minus 30,000. Thank you. Meaning I'm going to put 0 here. You see now? But now I've got inventory and bank. They're both assets. How will I record them? Please try. Okay, thank you so much for that, Nolozi. I'm going to say plus 30,000 minus 30,000. Can you see? Just like that. Can you see, when you analyze, like it or not, I'm telling you, you are controlled by the account which you analyzed. Because here I'm forced. Can you see? Even if you can try to change, I'm telling you, please try to change and go to the other column. It doesn't allow you. It says, please go to asset. Please go to asset. Can you see now? It forces you. But when you come here, it says, please go to asset. Please go to owner's equity. Remember, expenses affect owner's equity. Can you see now? This will help a lot. Okay. Because I think we're left with this one. Okay. I think the loan one you can do. This one you can do them on your own. If you struggle, guys, you come back to me. They're similar. But maybe this one we can do this one. What do you think? Can we do the 30th? Let me know if you are okay with it. We can do the 30th. Okay, let's do the 30th. Thank you. Please give me the 2 accounts for the 30th. Perfect, thank you. No, okay, there's a question here. So to use this 2 system, our keywords are credits. That's true. Can you see now? You have to check whether. Okay, come again. This system, which system are you referring to? Are you referring to the inventory system? No, are you referring to the inventory systems? Yes, remember for inventory system, you must check. Obviously, when you sell, you must ask why, because sometimes it's on credit, sometimes it's for cash. And again, when you buy stock, you must check whether you are under perpetual or periodic, because you must know when to call it purchases and when to call it inventory. Yeah, you need to check that you're correct. And Matthew, you are correct. You are correct. I'm going to have bank and drawings. Please classify for me quickly. What are those? I know bank, it's obvious. No? I'm going to write it for you. And then what about the drawings? And tell me whether it's increasing or decreasing. Let's see the message. Perfect. What is drawings to us? Where does drawings fall? Like which group do we record drawings? Okay, let's see drawings. Oh, and yes, and then yes. So we have to check here. Let me check the drawings is yes, you are correct, owner's equity. But a negative one is negative owner's equity. Drawings behave like expenses. Can you see now? So I'm going to just know that it's a negative owner's equity, but drawings, because it's a negative owner's equity, let me put it in brackets to show that it's a negative. It's a negative owner's equity and it behaves. If you check the rules, and this is increasing. If you check the rules, drawings increase on the debit side. Why does it increase on the debit side and owner's equity increase on the credit side? It's because drawings affect owner's equity negatively. So it cannot increase the same way as owner's equity. It has got a negative impact on owner's equity. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so now I can go and affect. So just tell me which columns will I affect, guys? And the date is the 30th. The 30th. I'm going to debit drawings. I'm going to credit bank. And please help me, which one will I affect and how? Assets, perfect. Thank you so much, Trey. I'm going to have minus 500 and minus 500. Okay, and there's no liability. Listen now, just like that. Just like that. And then let's just go back to the 30th. Can you see here? Next time the owner can decide to take inventory. The only thing that will change will be bank. Instead of bank, you write inventory if the owner took goods for own use. But if you were under perpetual, you won't write inventory, you will write purchases. Can you see now? So you must know when to call inventory purchases. You must know when to call inventory inventory. Can you see now? So if the owner took equipment, you were supposed to write equipment. If the owner took building, you put building. But drawings will always be there because the owner took something. Can I say, I see yes? Everyone must say yes if you understand what I'm trying to say. When should we put purchases under periodic? 3 is when you buy inventory. Only when you buy inventory and you are using periodic system is then that you say purchases. Only when you buy. I repeat, only when you buy inventory and they say you must use periodic system is then that you call that inventory purchases. But if you are using perpetual, you will call that inventory. You cannot call it purchases. Are we together, my brother? Dre? Perfect. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So I think now, what you can do, guys, remember I sent you these questions. I want you to go, you can go and try. Can you see? Go and try this one, this question 5. Question 5, can you see? It's similar to what we just did. Just do it. I'm telling you, if you struggle, you know where to find me. Okay. I just want to do something quickly here. Remember here I was showing you, so guys, let me close the door. This door keeps closing. It's like someone wants to take our information. Okay. Sorry guys, I was still talking to the other guy who is trying to close the window, so it's okay. So now guys, I want to show you this. Remember what I showed you is account equation. But they can ask you for something called general ledger. Like if you can check question 4 here, for question 4, they want us to record the information in the, can you see, draw the general ledger accounts. They want us to draw the general, let me just do this. I want this tool, man. Let's see, general ledger account. Yes, they want us to do the ledger accounts. Can you see now? They say recording using periodic. They don't know us, these people. They don't know that you and I know perpetual and periodic. Can you see what they did? They just made a mistake. They only want us to show on number 1, periodic. But now I can see what they're trying to do. Number 2, they say you must do the same thing, but you must show under perpetual. Don't worry, you and I, we know what's going on here. Okay, guys. If they are asking you to do the general ledger account, don't worry, you still have to use the same technique that we've been using. Firstly, we come up with the accounts and thereafter we transfer. Let's go to number 1. Please, number 1, let's start with, because we're dealing with the periodic. Please give me the accounts involved for number 1. So number 1, they said credit sales to P-Pen for 7,000. 7,720 and the cost price is 5,000. Please give me the 2 accounts under periodic for this one. We are under periodic. I just want to analyze. Help me back. Help me, guys. I will appreciate. Sales and debtors. Thank you. Nolwazi, I'm gonna say sales and debtors control. Please quickly show me. I don't know, guys, if you want me to skip this thing of us saying what is it an asset or not? Is it increasing? So if you've got the skill now, there's no need for us to go through the whole process. You can just tell me which one must be debited and which one must be credited, because I want to promote you now. You are going to the next level. It's all about the levels, guys. Now let's go direct. Tell me whether it's a debit or a credit, but if you want me to go back, I'll analyze for you. We like debit sales, we like credit sales, we like debit debtors. Debit sales, credit sales. I agree with Nolwazi. We need to credit sales. Can you see now? The minute you start struggling, just go back and analyze. Can you see now? So we are going to credit sales. Okay. Please, if you want me to analyze more, let me know, because we need to, and I want you to understand this better. So meaning we are going to debit. Please ask me a question. Those who don't understand why, please ask me a question. I'll gladly explain to you, because I don't want you to be unsure. Remember, we can still analyze like that up there. So please ask me a question if you still need clarity. Are we all okay? Okay, no problem. Thank you. Now, okay. So this is, now I'm ready to go and remember, even with account equation, we did the same thing. But now remember, the 2 accounts are sales and debtors. So meaning I must go, for me, I have formats. So I'm gonna go to my format. Remember, receivables are the same as debtors control. Can you see? So the examiners change these terms. They can either say debtors control, sometimes they say receivables. Now, remember, this side, this is an account. This side, what is going on? This side is, I'm trying, but you know, this side is what? Is debit and this side is credit. I think you know by now. So you are controlled by what you analyzed here. You said you are going to credit sales, meaning in the sales, you must go to the credit side. So you must go to the sales on the credit side here. Can you see now? On the credit side, you just have to write how much is the amount. Let's see. The amount was, remember we're dealing with the sales, 7720. So I'm going to come here and write 7720. But I need to make sure that I tell you what we call this a contra account, the details. So I must just say, how did I make this sales? I'm going to say debtors control. Can you see now? We call this the contra. So the contra account is like the details. So this is, the contra account will always be the other account. The two accounts were sales and debtors. So the contra will be the debtors. It means sales will be the contra for debtors. So if you go and check debtors, we said debtors will be under which side? On the debit side. So on the debit side, we're going to go and record the same amount, 720, but here we write what? Sales. Can you see now? We call this contra account. So don't worry about the folios. Folios will come thereafter. Okay. The folios will be shown thereafter when you do some other topics. But for now, I just want you to know how to record. Please ask me a question if you are lost. Can you see now? It's similar to the account equation. It's just that here we don't show plus and minus. Here we just go to the side and record. Remember, you cannot write debtors control here under debtors control. You cannot write sales under sales. So if you've got sales, you must write the other account here. Please ask me a question if you're lost. Is everyone following? Can I see yes or no? No problem. Thank you so much. But now, because I'm just showing you, like, you know, now we understand. So I know here they want us to do everything. Remember, under periodic, we only show these two accounts. But I want us to focus on the same transactions, but now we are under perpetual. Can you see now? So who can tell me what will be the account if I was using perpetual? Write them down for me. I'm going to write them. So now, same transaction, but now I'm under perpetual. I want you to show me how will I do that. I just want you to give me the accounts. Just write them down for me. I want you to pair them. Remember, I want you to pair them. Don't say cost of, I want how many? Just the way I showed you before, because if you mix them, yes, I agree with you. I'm going to have these ones as they are. I agree. I'm going to put them here. I'm going to have this as they are, but I'm also going to have another account. Remember, I'm going to have cost of sales. Like under account, it doesn't change anything. Like what we did under accounting equation, okay? Cost of sales, and we must have trading inventory or trading stock. Can you see that? Can you see now? And again, you must tell me that the trading, like we did before, is an asset. Can you see now? It is increasing. Is it decreasing? It's decreasing on the trade side. Can you see? This is what we did before. This is an expense, and it's increasing on the debit side. So this is very much important. That's why I say whatever you did under account equation, please don't forget it. You do the same. The only difference is that under account equation, we show the signs plus minus, but here we don't show the plus and minus. Can you see now? So yes. So can you see now? So now, the same thing, obviously you're going to go to the perpetual. So if I go to the perpetual, this is the periodic, so I must go and find the format for perpetual. Can you see now? I still have the same thing here. Remember, receivables are the same as sales. So are the same as data. So I'm going to have sales like I did. And then I think the sales were 720. Can you see it doesn't change? Here I have got debtors control, which is 720. But now can you see under perpetual I've got account for what? Cost of sales and inventory. So I must go and check the way I analyzed. We said cost of sales will be debited. Can you see now? And trading inventory will be credited. Remember, this is what we did. So we know where to go. Under cost of sales, I'm going to record on the debit side. Under trading inventory, I'm going to record on the credit side. But the cost price is how much? We go and check. The cost price now is how much? It's 5,000. Can you see now? So now we must go. We set under sales, we debit. So I'm going to come here. Remember, the contra will be the inventory. 5,000. But here, I'm going to come to the credit side. The contra will be cost of sales. How much? 5,000. You see, just like that. So you analyze and you will be okay. I think we did a lot, guys. Thank you very much, guys. If you've got any question, let me know. I hope you got something, guys. What do you think? Do you think you got something at least? Or was it a waste of time? Let me know. If it's a waste of time, it's okay. It's part of life. You know, sometimes we waste our time. So what do you think, guys? Was it okay? Was it worth it or what? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate Matthew. Thank you so much. Thank you. No problem, guys. I appreciate, guys. I think what I can say now is I can just say, please try to enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much, Steven, and then everyone. Be safe, and then please, next week we still have Monday. We need to work. Perfect. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated. If you've got a question, you may ask. Otherwise, yes, I'm gonna email you. Don't worry, I promise. I won't forget. This is important. I'm gonna email you the links. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna give you my notes. The ones, if you like them, the ones that with the notes. Yes, I'm gonna send you the notes. Don't worry, I'm gonna do that. Okay? So that, like, remember my notes are for other students. So obviously, when I send you the notes, you just have to focus on what is relevant to you. Okay? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a good one.